And we're coming back to live from our rooms. I'm Zach.
And I'm Sean.
Woo!
Holy cow.
Man, listeners, listen to the very end because the end is a banger.
It's been
We haven't had such a good outro bit in ages.
an ages.
Honestly, it might be our best one yet.
Oh man, that was quality stuff right there.
That was quality stuff.
Just two weebs trying to find a place in the world, you know?
Yeah. Democratically, of course.
Democratically. Well, what other way is there, right?
How has it been, Sean? It's been a little bit since we recorded. What's new in your life?
It's been like a week. What is new? What's new in my life?
Tell me all about it. Give me the details.
What is new in my life? Let me tell you now. I ate a lot of food yesterday, and now I pooped a cow.
Thanks for
That's
that.
not true.
I was like,
That's
where is
just
he
not true.
going with this? I was like, oh crap. Like halfway through, I was like, I know. It's fetch. Kill me. End my suffering now.
Oh, so this weekend
Oh.
I hung out with Corby on Saturday.
Wait,
went
are you
to-
telling me you're hanging out with other people?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, keep going.
of course
Keep going.
it's fine. You dare talk back to me?
No. I just said that's fine. I said it's fine.
Listen, man, you had your chance, okay? But you chose your work life over this relationship.
No, I think you chose your car over this relationship. This is not on me. I told you. I gave you times.
How dare! Don't pin this on me! This was you! You were never there! What else did I have to go to? The car. That was all that was left.
I'ma just pull up the texts. Let's see. And I quote from the one and only Slippery Water Sausage Snail. This is all my fault. I prioritize registering my car over spicy nugs. I'm a fake fan. Sean, what do you have to say about that?
I forgot all about that.
Explain yourself to the people.
All right. Apology video time. Here, let's get the appropriate mood going here, right? Like, oh, it's so out of tune.
You better be turning this apology video into the outro song.
Oh yeah. Everybody, I messed up. And I hope you can find it in your heart to be able to forgive me. I truly didn't mean to burn down that orphanage. It wasn't in my intentions. Even though
Sean.
I brought the gasoline. Sorry, what's that?
No, Sean. I think this is a different apology we're doing right now.
Oh,
It's
apology.
for not showing up to spicy nugs and prioritizing your car. Remember?
oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me try again. Sorry
Yeah,
about that. Sorry. Sorry. At times like these, what is even left to say, you know? So the plane crashed. There's nothing we can do about
Okay,
it.
cut.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Cut.
What's that?
Cut. All right, Sean. Let's take a $5. We'll come back. We'll get back to this.
I think it's because the guitar's out of
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look, no.
Here, wait. You know what? Give me one more try.
No. Okay.
I think I've got it this time.
Okay, you sure? You sure? Okay,
think I've
all right.
got it.
And
We're
action.
gonna change it up. So it'll be like a.
Okay, cut, Sean. I said action. You're still talking. Like this was your chance, man.
Here we go.
Okay.
Everybody, I'm really sorry. I had so many chances, and I just I messed up every single one of them for this apology video, and I just can't go back and turn back time and give back that time you've wasted on this. And I think in the end, what I'm trying to say is it's really your fault for clicking the video. It's really Zach's fault for joining the call, you know? I would have wasted my own time either way, so you joining is your own fault. So I'm sorry that you wasted your time and that is your fault.
That's it. That's the one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This was never about them. This was about us.
Holy cow.
Gotta say, the moment we started playing that tune, I was like, yes. Yes.
Even though it's like so wildly out of
No,
tune.
it didn't
Holy
matter.
crap.
It didn't matter. I enjoyed it. that tune still hits different.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm just like, my brain is like, okay, chord progressions that like are sad. Johnny Cash is hurt. That's what I was playing at first. That's an obvious one. It's perfect. And then just like it wasn't working, you know. I kept apologizing for the wrong thing. So I was like, I need to make it personal. What is something personal? What's a sad sounding song? Oh, duh, the one I wrote. I have to say, when you said, I wish I could just turn back time. I was like, I was like, I wish I could turn back time. I almost started singing. I was like, no, this is Sean's serious apology video. To sleep, but now we're stressed out.
I love how this podcast has just turned into random singing intermixed with nonsense this semester. And you know, I'm for it. I have nothing against that. Unless.
Hey, and I am here for it, baby. Let's be real. As soon as it became my podcast, that's really what it was going to become.
Whoa. Your podcast.
My podcast. That's what it's always been.
Boys, it finally happened. I'm being kicked off the podcast. I knew this day would come.
You're being kicked off.
I'm amazed I made it this far, to be honest.
Very true. The patience I had to deal with you.
No, thank you for dealing with me. Thank you all for dealing with me, and I appreciate all the hate comments you left in the comments below. Every
Zach,
episode.
Since this is your last episode, I just want you to know, from the heart, it was always a burden to have you around.
Oh, so, dude, I know. Believe me, I know. I mean, I have to live with myself, okay? It's kind of crazy.
Oh, I felt so bad.
No. I am sorry for putting my burden on you. How dare I be so selfish, have so much of an ego to think that I could at least make a mediocrity podcast.
Zach,
that's it.
Zach, did you know that sometimes I sit by myself as I'm at work or eating lunch or something, and I sit back and I ponder on the moments that Mac and Mon shared, and I sometimes wonder if that is not us in another universe, in another time.
How dare you?
It wasn't.
How dare you compare us to Mac and Mon? They are so far above us. To even say they could be us in a different universe is such a disgrace.
Well, I just mean like we could have. What could have been?
No.
It was just never meant to be.
Well, I could have told you that from the beginning, but I mean, I it's fine. But Sean, I think really this episode has really set the tone for my topic, as this is my last ever appearance on Spicy Nuggs.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow?
Oh, well, we'll get to that. But
oh, okay, sorry, go ahead.
This has all been leading up to this moment. You having to deal with me for 4 years practically on Spicy Nuggs. The listeners having to listen to this voice. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so it's about time I finally make that apology video.
Oh, thank heavens. I'm ready for it.
And I apologize to no one. This was always about me. I'm putting everyone else down. You were all fools. You thought this was a podcast? No, this was simply to strengthen my own ego, to ascend to a greater plane. And you know what? I achieved that goal. I used each and every one of you.
So what, are you like middle of the barrel now?
No.
Oh, sorry. Where were you ascending to then?
Well, this whole time I was trying to ascend up so I could get into the barrel. Because I'm not even in the barrel.
That's right.
And
I
I actually just floated away from the barrel.
You know what's funny about this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that this would be your final episode,
Oh, it's funny to you.
Because,
okay.
Well, what you're saying now harkens back to the very first episode with the balloons.
I am floating. Was Spicy Nuggs a false goal this whole time?
That the ascension is a false goal, Zach.
Oh no.
By trying to ascend into the barrel, you were trying to contain yourself. When in actuality, you don't need to do that.
This is why right there the whole time.
This is the true reason I'm letting you go, Zach. It's because we're holding you back. You're trying to get into the barrel when you're already free.
Oh, man.
You don't need to get in the barrel. You can go so much further than that.
You're absolutely right. You guys are holding me back. I'm leaving.
No, please stay. Wait. You make this podcast so much better.
That's debatable. Anyways.
Man, what a roller coaster of emotions today. Holy cow.
It is what it is. Anyways, Sean, Captain Zach Sparrow.
Do you actually want to talk about the
I'm so down. If you're prepared.
I'm not, but that's okay.
Oh,
I'm not in the slightest.
I thought you had me here shuffling in the background, papers going flying. No pressure, Sean. No pressure. It's not like I just threw this at you and expected you to be prepared. So I was kind of expecting it, though.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he got it, boys. It's happening.
Here's the green folder.
The green folder? Like the one?
The one that holds all of my stories from high school and all of Captain Zach Sparrow. Oh my gosh, it's like all falling out.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. Wow. They're just like, that's Captain Zach Sparrow.
Dude, it already sounds incredible.
It's so much. The first 2 pages of this are timelines that I've drawn out for the future of what was coming, with lists of the characters' names and their motivations and powers.
Oh wow.
And then how they would be introduced and interactions they would have.
Do we want to go through this time journey? What am I saying?
Well, here's the okay. So
I'm more curious about the powers. Gonna be honest, but cause I remember nothing of Captain Zach Sparrow, so you're gonna have to be like very generous with your information.
Well, here's pretty easy. Okay, I'll read you the first page, and you should all come back to. Okay, because the first page contains the first story arc in its entirety.
I think that's the only page I ever read, so I'm gonna be honest.
Here we go. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Sean, play some dramatic music. Here we go. Wind blew into the sails of the ship, pushing it farther off into the seas. Captain Zach Sparrow took a deep breath, breathing in the salty air. His ship was a grand one, capable of riding even the worst storms. His crew, however, was terrible. He had a first mate who was a farmer. Her name, Farmer Allison. She had brought 3 sheep, 2 named Gus. In the crow's nest, he had Anna Banana, who did nothing but dive into the ocean. His only deck swabber was Mr. Austin No Shirt, who had lost his bird shirt in the War of 1890-12. Schlau was the financer and also gave the weapons. weapons. Gave the weapons? What does that mean? Who is this? Sorry, that was an aside. Unfortunately, all she could make was arrows, so they had 10,314 plus arrows. Short-haired Clay was the cook. All he could make was ramen noodles and progresso soup, both of which hadn't been invented yet, so all he brought was a year's supply of grody fish sticks. Captain Zach Sparrow was happy about this, for he loved fish sticks, especially the grody kind. They all died of fish stick poisoning. Fish sticks are crap flap nasty. That is the end of the first page.
I hate fish sticks. Well, I hated fish sticks. I don't despise them as much anymore, but I did hate fish sticks. So the fact you made me like fish sticks,
There's 3 pages. Oh my gosh. There's 3 pages of notes on where things were going. I also had drawn like a Venn diagram of how the realms overlapped. Wow.
There's so much realms?
Oh yeah. So you want the second page? The second page, it's all the early ones are really short, and it's like, how does the story even continue? Because everybody died, right? So that's why the continued adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow and crew too. This is where the joke of this being like an episodic thing. Every single page starts at the top with the continued adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow.
Nice.
And then in really small parentheses it says "and crew," almost unreadable. And crew. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, that as it should be.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that. But you're dead. Everyone's dead right now.
Oh, that's fine. I'm still the star.
Here we go. You might disagree with that statement. Here we go.
Oh no.
Sean, continue the music. When we last left the crew, they were all dead, except for the sheep. Meanwhile, Sean the Deep-of-Bean was on shore, concocting a plan to bring them back. Being a ninja and a wizard, trained at Hogwarts by Gandalf, he knew of a mystical rutabaga that could make sheep fly and bring people back from the dead. Not as zombies, of course. Zombies are scary. But as good old normal persons. All you had to do was break it. Sean the Deep-of-Bean took it with quivering hands. He tried to break it with his bare hands, but just because he's a ninja doesn't mean he's too strong. So instead it slipped from his grasp and fell into the ocean. "Oh no!" Sean the awesome Deep-of-Bean yelled while doing the Macarena. Jacob Fishstick Man came flying in, yelling, "You'll never get that rutabaga back, ever!" And he began firing fish sticks into the ocean, burying the rutabaga deep underneath. He then laughed evilly, hopped in his fish stick mobile, and drove away, still laughing. "Darn!" yelled Sean the awesome, cool, amazing Deep-of-Bean. "What will I do?" Join us next week for the continued adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow.
No! What about the rutabaga? What about Jacob fish sticks?
And this is where we really begin the practice of ending every single page with a cliffhanger. This is where this really, really, really begins.
Well, man, it's working so far. I'm enthralled.
Yeah. Do you want me to read the next one? Or do you want me to just start summarizing what's going on?
Give us one more, Sean. This time I want the music. I want the music to be so dramatic, so intense.
Yeah, really milk it, Sean. Don't play something stupid. That'd be dumb. The continued adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow and crew. When we last left our hero, Sean the Deep-of-Bean was passed out in the fish stick water. Meanwhile, the crew was being attacked by flying demon fish stick sheep. Everyone's alive again.
It worked.
I didn't even break it. Oh well. Captain Zach Sparrow slashed his sword as one of the sheep swooped down at him. All he managed to sever was a fish stick. "Darn," he cursed. He had a rather dirty mouth. He watched his crew fighting them off. Anna Banana threw the banana ninja stars vigorously, while Clay the Cook swung his frying pan ineffectively. Mr. Austin No Shirt was spraying them with deck swabbing material and slashing with his mop. It looked bad. The sheep could fly and were trying to bury his ship in fish sticks, which they could shoot from their mouths. "Curses," he said. He didn't think they'd be able to make it out of this. He felt tears welling, but pushed them back. "You're not going to cry, Zach Sparrow," he muttered. "Not today," he whispered as tears began to pour down his face. Suddenly, a fish sandwich from McDonald's jumped out of the ocean, turned into a whole-cooked turkey, and flew around destroying the sheep. They were saved, but by what, he wasn't sure. The turkey landed on deck and turned into a young boy, probably 14 or 15 years old. Hi, he said, using incorrect grammar. It was spelled H-I-G-H. I is Jonathan, the shapeshifter. Why turn into food? Captain Zach Sparrow asked. That are all I can turn into. Oh, said Captain Zach Sparrow. Wait, where's Sean the Deepavine? Sorry, Sean the Deepavine is blacked out for the moment and will not be able to join our story today. Oh well then, join us next time for the exciting adventures of Captain Zach Sparrow and crew.
Okay, I have so many thoughts. Holy fuck. Okay, first, this whole time I had a catchphrase I didn't even know about. You're not gonna cry today. Not today.
Literally as you start crying.
I'm using that line. Second, it's so strange how it makes so little sense, but so much sense at the same time.
Dude, and this was still just like in junior high writing these random pages during flex time, This becomes, like I told you, I have 3 pages of notes, and that's not all of the notes I have on Captain Zach Sparrow. Like this is the tip of the iceberg, because these notes are notes that I've already like written the story of. I have notes for what happens next that hasn't been written as well.
Oh. All right, Sean.
I've numbered these pages, so I should be able to tell you how many there are here. Let me see.
Wow, he numbered them.
56. Oh, but do I not count both sides? I don't. So a lot of them are double-sided. Yeah, almost. Not totally. So over 100 pages.
Over 100 pages of Captain Zach Sparrow.
And I mean, granted,
it's not done
in my trashy handwriting on like just ripped out loose leaf paper. So like, it's probably not totally 100 to type it out. But
the fact you still have this though is incredible. I feel like this would have been something like, say if I did this, I would have lost it like years ago, and I'd be like, "Oh, that was such a cool thing," and then never thought about it again. But you still have the original copy, Sean.
Yeah, no, man. Well, because one side of this is all the Captain Zach Sparrow pages, and then the other side of this folder is just all of the random openings of stories that I wrote, and there's probably just as many of those.
Sean, I have a very important question. And there's only one answer to this, so you need to answer correctly.
Okay.
When you finish Captain Zach Sparrow...
Sorry, continue.
Will I be able to get a leather-bound version?
Of course, baby!
Yes! Yes, that's right!
It's gonna be made from authentic rutabaga leather, baby.
No way! Is that the collector's edition?
Sure. So let me give you a breakdown on what this story becomes.
Okay. Give me a summary until where
I'll give
we're
you a
at.
summary. The basic summary is you keep getting different crew members and they have different characteristics. Corby is a wild man that lives on an island made of candy by himself.
Wow.
Or no, the island's not made of candy. He wears clothes made of candy to fend off fish sticks. And he's a fish stick whisperer. He can speak to them. Yeah. The way they speak is purely through insults. So Corby only speaks in insults.
Wait, that's so good.
So just tons of stuff like that. Jacob is on the side of the fish sticks. He's like the fish stick lord. But he's not the true villain of the story. This gets revealed later on. But he feels kind of like the Team Rocket, where like he's the bad guy, but he's not really the bad guy, He just keeps coming in and like trying to foil things and then like flying away, that kind of stuff.
Jacob, dude.
So that's what a lot of the early pages are. It's just kind of building this momentum where we're kind of filling out the crew. You might have noticed, you actually probably didn't, but one of the characters that was in the first page just isn't in the second page. It's just because I forgot to write them in.
wait, who was it? Was it?
It was the person. It was the person I literally said, "Who is this?" The financer, Schlo. was the financer and
Poor
also gave the
Schlo.
weapons. All she
Oh,
could
they
make
made
was
the
arrows.
arrows. Yeah.
I assume that she is oh shoot, I don't remember her name.
Schlo.
I interacted with her a little bit like all through junior high and high school, but we were never that close. She just happened to be there the day I wrote this page, right? Like that's why she's there.
Nice.
But remember her because I remembered her when I planned out the rest of the story and she becomes very
Yes.
important.
Yes. That's awesome.
So there's all this episodic stuff going on where we're just kind of like they have to fight like a giant fish stick kraken monster for a while, and there's like a page where
Ooh.
like Clay's like swimming through the water just paddling to survive. Very dramatic
Clay
stuff.
the Clook.
And then yes, Clay the Clook. Um, Also, Clay might have been a double agent
He would be a double agent.
because it was his fish sticks that got everyone killed. Yeah, I think that's where this follows. Like everyone gets to the ship eventually, and we're all like, okay, we found a moment of peace. And like Corby's there, and like I'm there, and everyone's together, and then like Jacob comes flying in, and we're like ready to fight, but he's like totally beat up, and everyone's like, what the heck is going on? And then appears, I believe it's Terra, the fish stick demon. I think it's Tara. It might have been because I was using like the like Courtney, Grace, McCartney, like
Mm,
those
yeah, yeah,
girls.
yeah.
They were like the four fish stick demons, and Tara I think was like the queen of the fish sticks because she was the one I was best
That's
friends with.
awesome.
And so they drag us into the fish stick realm. The whole crew gets sent to the fish stick realm where it's just like poisonous to be there. And so like we have to trudge forward and find our way to escape. It's like this giant door that gets us back. I can't remember exactly. Um, there's some big deal. Oh, when they go through the door, all of your magical items and powers get erased. So
No.
everybody just loses all of their abilities and they like get out and then they're like the fish stick demons are still there and now there's nothing defending the world from them. We got to go back and fight them. And that's where the story was left in high school.
Okay, okay.
Right. This kind of like dramatic like what do we do? Like how do we deal with what's coming and all this stuff like that. So then the plan was to have everybody go back into the fish stick realm and everybody splits up into like pairs of two and everyone's going to go take down one of the fish stick princesses and then the queen because that's the way to destroy all the power to the realm, right, is to get rid of all five of them.
Mm. Okay,
um,
makes sense, makes sense.
but first, oh my gosh, oh that's right, I died in the
You
fish stick realm.
died?
I sacrifice myself so that everybody else can escape because I'm the only one left with any power. So I fight off an entire army of fish stick demons while everybody else escapes, and I die in the fish stick realm.
You are a
And then
hero.
to get back in, you guys see me as a fish stick zombie guarding the
No!
entrance back. And so
No!
Corby stands up, and this gigantic climactic battle between me and Corby, the best friends, where I shaped it like where we would do our ripstick sword fights. You remember us
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
this? I shaped it like that. So
That's
I'm riding a
awesome.
fish stick. I think he might have been. Oh, he's riding a fish stick because he can whisper. He could speak to them, and I'm riding because he had an off-brand ripstick called a wave board, and so I called this a bird. So it was like this corrupted demon wave bird that like creates these gigantic waves. And Corby's using his like laser pointer that can shoot either flames or freeze things in ice. And we have this giant climactic battle where like he's like trying to call back out to me. I wrote this part was written and it was pretty awesome. It's like way more dramatic than it has any right to be. um, but I think he wins by freezing me in like a glacier basically.
That's impressive.
And then just trying to catch up with everybody else. So then you guys split up and fight the four fish stick princesses. You each get like an episode basically where you're doing that. I can't remember very many of the specifics of that. But what I do know is you and Allison, the captain and the first mate, are the ones that go to fight Tara, the queen.
Bum, bum, bum.
right? And you're fighting, and like it's just not going well because neither of you have like very strong powers. Uh, Allison gained like a green thumb, which lets her like grow zombies out of the ground as the farmer. So she's doing stuff
Nice.
like that. You're kind of useless in the fight, if I can remember. You have a sword that can cut through anything, but it's not very helpful against a literal demon.
Fair,
um,
fair.
and it becomes clear that you guys are just going to lose. You're going to die. And that's when Schlo comes back.
No, not slow.
Everybody had forgotten about her, including the author. And because of that, she's just been like preparing for this fight
She's been
the
making
entire
weapons this
time.
whole time.
And she comes in, she's got the rutabaga that was buried, and she breaks it, and it destroys all the fish sticks that it was. Oh, you guys were fighting a fish stick T-Rex. That's right. She
Ooh.
destroys that fish stick T-Rex and gains the magical power of the rutabaga and just totally defeats everybody. And that's when the big reveal is that Schlo and like Tara and them, Tara and all of them used to just be normal people, and they were all good friends with Schlo, but then they went to the dark side, and Schlo has been like slowly preparing to bring them back to the light.
Man, I knew Schlo was gonna come and clutch the whole time. You think
What's her name?
You think her captain would forget about her? No, I knew she had my back.
No, you definitely forgot about her. Every single person forgot about her.
Give it up for Schlo.
Yeah. I think it was Chloe. Do you remember a Chloe? Because I spelled the name
Yes.
like that, and that would make sense. Or
Yeah.
Chloe, right? I just like took her spelling of her name and pronounced it terribly, and that's how I wrote it. That would make sense. That's my kind of humor as a teenager.
Did
right?
she have brown hair?
Yeah, like brown curly hair, I think.
Was she in choir?
Maybe.
I think I know who you're talking about.
It's so funny because like the fact of the matter is she on my mission I suddenly remembered that she existed. And that's when I planned out the rest of Captain Zach Sparrow.
Yes.
But like I haven't spoken to her since like sophomore year of high school. But she is the triumphant win of the whole series.
I love the idea that there's people we know that there's an entire story they're part of, and they have no idea.
Oh man. No, like totally, man. Yeah. Like Austin, like he moved away after junior high.
Uh-huh.
But he's still like in the story, you know? Like anyways, yeah. So there's Captain Zach Sparrow.
Wow. Wow.
That gives you a base overview of everything in it, basically.
I cannot wait for my leather-bound edition. That's gonna be on, like, it's gonna be framed on my wall.
I just don't think because it's so authentic. The vibe of the story is so authentic to pull out this trashed green folder and then like pull out this stack of just wrinkled, smudged, almost unreadable, just loose leaf pages, and that's the story. It just feels perfect.
It's so
for what it is.
good. No, it's actually like describing just the story itself and like fish sticks and a fish sticks T-Rex and crazy powers and ripstick battles, but they're actually fish sticks, and the Corbin is a
Yeah.
laser pointer with like shoots ice and fire and like okay, like part of me was like, man, I feel like I miss the days where like stupid crap like that just came so naturally. And now it's like I feel like whenever I work on a project, I'm much more serious. Like things have to like flow and make sense. It's not just like there's a fish stick T-Rex and then Jacob comes out on his fish stick mobile. Like there's something so great about that.
It's just pure. Like it's just pure, unadulterated, like just a kid trying to have fun in school. Like that's what it was, you know? And like I would show it to like Clay and he'd read it and I'd talk to Corby about it and we'd like laugh about the different like concepts we could come up for it. And like that's all it was. Like it never needed to be anything more than that. Um and like obviously like with the pot like with Spicy Nugs and Pyramid Planet, like we still are like we're basically trying to do that same thing, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
in a
about
way.
us, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just about having fun. But I think nowadays, and maybe it's just because it's probably just because we're like older, but there's like overtones of you need a reason to do something
Yeah, yeah.
other than just like having fun with it. You need to be making money with it. You need to be emotionally balancing yourself with it. You need to whatever. Um, and it's just like, yeah, it's just it's not good enough to do something just to have fun. Um, People don't understand the point in that,
Mm,
and I think that's kind of sad. I think
yeah.
it's pretty sad because it's like it's that kind of vibe that just like really keeps me going. It's
Mm,
just like that's what I love. I just want to have fun in the world, like.
yeah, yeah. And like it's like even like going back to like the very beginning of Spicy Nugs, like in a way, I could devastate, but I feel like there is that like undertone of like the adult mindset, even in the very beginning, because like we both had breaks at the same time. It was like an hour and a half or something. It's like we had to fill this time somehow, and we just had some
Mm,
dumb idea. We're like, yeah, let's do that. Like, this is gonna be awesome. But like the idea itself was super stupid and fun, right? And we enjoy it all the time. But like, I do feel like in a way it was almost like, are we gonna play pool or ping pong every day for an hour and a half?
right. Are we gonna spend the time doing homework and just like yeah, it's like what are you going to do with this time? You have open time. You need to fill it with something. Yeah, I totally agree actually. And it's a weird dichotomy for us because like it definitely like it definitely is, especially now, just like, well, are we having fun? Then let's keep doing it, right?
Mhm.
But there is also like this weird like, are you filling your time correctly? Because like, this you gotta be doing stuff. Like you're an adult, you have
Yeah, just like
responsibilities.
when Sean decided his car was more important than Spicy Nugs.
Hey.
I'm just saying. He put the fun behind what he needed to do, his
But the fun,
adult life.
I'm man,
How dare
I'm
you?
I'm a
How
bad
dare
person.
you've betrayed everything you stood for.
I, you know, and that's the great thing about adult life is you can realize how much of a hypocrite you are, and to learn to truly hate yourself for that.
With that, go ahead and check out the links in the description below. The merch store is
Life has
down
no
there.
meanings. You might as well just buy some merch.
Thank you all so much for watching. I'm still Zach.
And I'm still Sean.
See you next time.
Bye bye. Everybody, I'm really sorry. I had so many chances and I messed up every single one of them for this apology video. And I just can't go back and turn back time and give back that time you've wasted on this. And I think in the end, what I'm trying to say is it's really your fault for clicking the video. It's really Zach's fault for joining the call. I would have wasted my own time either way, so you joining is your own fault. So I'm sorry that you wasted your time and that is your fault.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sean.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Who has stumbled across my vision path other than a weeb?
That's right. But there ain't enough room for the two of us in this podcast.
There ain't enough space for the two weebs in this podcast.
One of us gotta go.
We're gonna have to peacefully settle this by annexing the county into segments that we can agree upon being mayors over.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
There will be lots of politics and bureaucracy involved, as is our want.
And just like the gentlemen that we are, we'll keep this democratic. And
That's right. That's right. We're gonna uphold the laws of this nation. So help me, golly.